Yeah.
All right. Uh, Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for joining in. We have Ganesh Gopal Shinde with us from the EV Rules Committee here today, and he will walk us through the changes that are the amended rules in the FB 2023 rule book. And after that, we will take any queries that come in via the form that has been sent to you via mail or even via YouTube chat. So Ganesh, over to you.
Yeah. So hi guys, good evening all. Ganesh here from Formula Bharat Rules Committee. So let's get started. I'll share my screen. Yeah. I hope I'm audible decent and the screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, so you can find the new rules in changelog section of the rule book. So this is the rule book which we released V1.2 on May 6th. On page number 4 of the PDF, you can find the change log. I'll straight away hit changes. Yeah. So first thing we are having is this is nothing but the rule reference change. So previously it was something else. They have corrected it to T7.3.4, and yeah. Hello, Crystal, am I audible? I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, you're audible.
Hello.
Yes, Ganesh, you're audible.
Sure. Go ahead. Next to that, there is a change of only intended connections of TS connectors. So the thing is, whenever you are connecting the main TS connector of accumulator, so I'll just brief you on this rule change. So if you are connecting any TS connector, it should be connected in only its electrically intended way. So in layman's term, positive and negative shouldn't swap. That's it. So all your TS connectors should comply this rule. Next to that, we have direct connection to data logger. So the negative side connector of your in your data logger, you'll be having one current path and two connections for voltage tab. So your current path will be in negative terminal, negative side of accumulator, and for voltage connections, you'll tap that negative, and you'll also have one extra connector to the positive end. So that positive side connection should be only for high voltage, not for high current. So that shouldn't carry any current. So that's the rule. I'll keep T cell section for end because that thing is having a decent amount of updates. We'll first go through the else. Yeah. So there's one rule added for TS active. Okay. So any of the AR or any pre-charge relay, that means any of your TS relay is closed, will indicate TS in active condition. So T cell will blink red, and yeah. So this newly added rule, so previously maintenance plugs, there was a rule only for maintenance plugs design intended connection, but at the end you shouldn't be also there shouldn't be possibility of accidentally connecting the maintenance plug. So you can think accordingly, and you can add something in your system to avoid this. The reference to the side impact structure also, will go to this rule after at the end. uh, this is about side the walls of the accumulator container. So the accumulator container will be divided in the segment specified by rulebook. Non-structural fastener requirements also. Previously, it wasn't stated that all of the accumulator fasteners should be 8.8 graded as per the clarification in T section. And non-structural fasteners also, they should be graded for their intended use only. Yeah. This is also newly added for IMD ground line. So this must be connected to the IMD enclosure. So there will be 4 pins. One will go to TS minus. Second will be TS plus. TS plus, TS minus, and there will be two chassis grounds. Two grounds, and one of them will go to chassis ground, which will be main hook, and the remaining one will go to this IMD enclosure. Yeah, this is a general rule. You should be having FMEA documents ready at the time of full inspection as well. Yeah, so I think we have covered majority of the rules. Only the T cell is remaining. So, Crystal, can we take doubts first, or I can go ahead with T cell?
There are no queries that have come in yet, so you can go ahead
Mm-hmm.
with the T cell for now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so I'll see if I can find any truth table for this. Let me allow. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the important one. uh, so in T cell, we have three conditions now. One is red LED flashing, other is green light, and third condition, it's an indirect condition. It's about safe state. So for red light, we have two situations here, all about high voltage. So first thing is, even if any of this condition is satisfying, we should be indicating it by red light flash. First thing is measuring 60 volts across DC ring capacitors, and LV should be active, and it should be either this thing or half of the TS accumulator voltage, whichever is lower. So the condition of AR and pre-charge we have removed, and that thing will be covered into T cell safe state. For T cell to be green, the conditions are same. So for that, all of the following conditions needs to be true. Like all of the AR should be open, pre-charge relay should be open, and the voltage should not exceed this thing, 60 volt DC. Yeah. So, Crystal, I think we have covered all the rules changes in AV section.
All right. Thank you so much, Ganesh. Um, I am looking at the query form as of now, and there's nothing in yet. But I do see a question on the live stream. It says in abbreviation section, the full form for CGMR is Cost Goals Management Report. And in the rules, the full form for CGMR is Concept Goals Management Report. Yes. The proper full form of CGMR is Concept Goals Management Report. That is an error in the rule book, and it will be corrected post the quiz, the rules quiz that is happening on June 11th. So just to reiterate that, the CGMR full form is Concept Goals Management Report. If there are any other queries that you'll have, you can drop it in on the live chat on YouTube, or you can drop in your queries via the form. Ganesh, we'll just wait for another few minutes to see if any queries are coming in.
Sure, perfect.
Hey Ganesh, there are some questions coming in, and I am dropping them on in the chat box so that you can see them.
Yeah. So this is, can we wrap the T cell light to the topmost part of the main hoop? See team, you have to properly mount it, and with respect to the distances only, which is, it shouldn't be lower than 150 mm from the highest point of the main hoop. Uh, yeah, as long as you're satisfying that rule, that's not an issue. But you can't, you can't give a random mounting like tape or something like that. It has to be a rigid mount.
Like, I would also like to add a point that wrapping doesn't mean that you would zip tie or something to the teaser. That if you are asking in that way, if the team is asking in that, they should have a proper mounting to that teaser. That's it.
Should implausibility in detecting red T cell conditions result in red T cell off? So C team, yeah, so implausibility, I'll take it as a fault in T cell circuit. So if you mean implausibility by that, then yes, safe state of T cell is T cell off. Okay, if there is any fault in T cell, it should turn off. So simply like that. Safe state of T cell. So other doubt is, can you please clarify the rules regarding the safe state of T cell? Okay, let me do one thing. Mm, yeah, so I'll share the screen. Yeah. So for T cell to be green, all the things should be open. Okay. If any of the thing is closed, then the T cell will be red. uh, so if sorry, if any of the thing is closed, then T cell will not glow, because that is added into the safe state for now. You can see the rule. Yeah, now there are only two conditions in T cell to be read. It's 60 volt DC, either this or this. So the condition of relay, any one of the relay to be closed is not included in the red flashing condition. So you can skip that. But still you need to check it for to ensure this. So T cell will be off in two conditions. One, if we are missing something in sensing the circuit of in sensing the voltage of DC high voltage, or we are missing something in getting the mechanical state of a relay, and 2, if there is any issue with T cell in general. I hope I have given some level of clarity on that. D cell. Four point eleven. So next out is EV 4.11.4 states that additional action must be required to reactivate the tractive system. Could you please clarify, since BSPD resets after 10 seconds of condition? So team, we have discussed this issue in so at the time of last event as well. There should be one overall reset. So if the if any safety critical condition trips, then the vehicle should only start after this overall reset. So can you please clarify the rule regarding the insulation resistance measurement during technical inspection, which was asked in mock quiz? So team, can you specify which rule exactly we are dealing with here? So till then, I'll just jump up to the next question. Open circuit voltage detection of DC link capacitor should result on green T cell off or red T cell off. So team, the T cell off means like the LED itself off, it will not glow. So that's the safe state we have here. So if voltage detection of DC link capacitor circuit is open, that means T cell will not work properly. That means it should go in a safe state. That means it should turn off. Yeah. Next doubt is, can you please clarify EV 4.10.10? Yeah. EV 4.10.10 states that the circuitry detecting the relay conditions does not need to detect an open circuit when the intentional state of the used auxiliary contact is open. A plausibility check must be implemented in a way that the T cell's green light stays off after the open circuit is detectable. So this rule goes in sync with 4.10.11. So if there is any open circuit detected in any of the circuitries, so this we call it as T cell supporting circuitries, One will be measuring DC link capacitor voltage, other will be detecting the detecting the state of relays. So simply this rule states that if there is any open connection detected in this supporting circuitries, then T cell should turn off. Yeah, and EV 4.10.11 also they asked. So yeah, I guess I've explained them in I explained both of them in 1 point only. Like if either of the supporting circuit fails, we have to get the TSL into safe state. So next out is if we are using dual motor setup, should T cell show TS active if either motor controller active or both? Could you please clarify this? Okay. This is an interesting question. So team, this in this setup, if you are using so two different motor controllers, then according to me, you have to deal with them separately. If either one of them is active, you have to treat your T cell accordingly to be TS active. But still, I'll suggest you to drop this doubt as a rules query over the mail, so that all of us, the rules committee, can take a call on this after a discussion. So we got a question about clarity on measurement of insulation resistors during technical inspection. So I'm referring to the rule IN 4.1 section. Okay. So here they have mentioned two criterias. So one is for TS voltage less than or equal to 250, and other is greater than. So we have insulation testers. These are two types of testers, and one is 250 volts and other is 500 volts. So while we are measuring insulation, we just apply a high voltage on 2 points, and we'll just take a reading of current flowing through that path. Okay. So here those 2 points are TS and LVS ground. Measurement between TSMPs and LVS ground, LVMP. Okay. So like that we'll categorize the vehicle, and we'll see what insulation tester we have to put on it. And to pass this test, the measured insulation resistors must be at least 500 ohm per volt. Okay, so that is related to the max TS voltage of the vehicle. So if let's consider you are using a system of 72 volts nominal, but the max TS voltage is 84 according to the top of charge voltage. So that will be 500 ohm per volt into 84 volts. So whichever resistance comes, so it should be at least that, the measured insulation resistance. Yeah, and next to that, we'll also check. We'll go for IMD check. So we'll connect body protection resistors first between TS plus and ground. We'll make sure the IMD shuts down the TS within 30 seconds, and again we'll connect the body protection resistors between TS minus and ground. We'll make sure the same thing. Yeah. So next question is, does the rule EV 5.5.9 require all three accelerations to apply it simultaneously or individually? Okay. So rule 5.5.9 is about the accelerations to be satisfied from TS accumulator mountings. Okay. So those accelerations, first check it. First check if the mount satisfies them in individual case. Okay, and you can also add analysis of the forces applied in combination. That's not an issue, but the bare requirement is to satisfy the mounts like one at a time.
All right, thanks, Ganesh. We'll just wait for another few minutes. There are no more questions as of now. Um,
Sure.
so we'll just give it a few minutes and then we can take a call whether we need to end the session.
Yeah. Yes, Chris. Okay, we got some. Uh, is ready to race mode considered as only LVMS is on state and T-cell blinks green? Okay. Team ready to drive mode RTD has its own different conditions. So one thing is your TS should be on. That means T-cell should blink red. Other thing is there are two specific actions required from driver. So required from driver, which can be pressing brake and pressing one starter button, something like that. And after that only a sound will come and your vehicle will kick in, ready to drive mode. and to represent that, there should be one indicator as well in cockpit. If we are using a dual motor setup, should the T cell show TS active if either of the controllers active or both? Yeah, I guess Crystal, we have already touched this question, and according to me, it should consider either both the controllers, and it should consider either of the controllers. If any one of them is active, T cell should be T cell should be indicating TS active. But still, I request him to mail this question as a query, and we'll take a call on it.
All right, thanks, Ganesh.
Yeah. Thank you all.
I don't think we have any more questions that are coming in.
Okay.
So what we can do is we can close the session, and to all the viewers out there, in the case that you all still have any questions, you all can write to us at the EV email ID that's provided on the contacts page on the website. Or you can also write to formulabharat@gmail.com if there are any other general queries that you all have, and we would be happy to assist you. Ganesh, is there anything that you would like to share prior to us closing the session?
Yeah, just an end note. We can see there are many new teams for this session, for this season. So I would request teams to ask as many doubts as possible, because once you are up on track, it won't be much time savior if you get the rules clarity at the end. So it's better to have the clarity in this initial stage, and you can work accordingly on your systems. Yeah. So we are open for any queries and any discussions for technicalities.
Thank you so much, Ganesh, for that. Just to reiterate what I said before, if you all have any EV related queries, you all can write to formula bharat hyphen electric @googlegroups.com. And we will be also hosting a CV rules discussion this coming Friday, that's 10th of June at 4 p.m. For those interested to join that, you all can join in. The YouTube link will be made available. And thanks again, Ganesh and Mehul, for joining the session and hosting this session with us. And we will be responding to any queries that come in via the form or mail as soon as possible. So thank you and have a great evening, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you all. Have a great evening.